Hey, my Legion. I ordered today. Found a horrible news. Hulk Hogan passed away today. Right now, they have an interview with Ric Flair on TMZ. I'm showing, watching that. And Ric Flair's devastated, trying really bad. I don't blame him. And Ric Flair usually wears his feelings on his sleeve, too. You know, and that's something else, man. It's very sad news. Hulk Hogan passed away. Um, it's ironic. We have lost. Because these are like two iconic figures we lost in the last couple of days. Ozzy Osbourne, who was the iconic face of heavy metal, and now Hulk Hogan, who's the iconic face of professional wrestling. We lost them both, and it's a tragic shame, you know. And I guess something happened with Hulk Hogan. He was taken to the hospital for cardiac arrest that they were not able to resuscitate him. He was age 71. Ozzy lived to be 76. He had Parkinson's disease. Now, Ric Flair, they interviewed him like saw him like a week ago, and he said he was fine. We talked to Jimmy the Mouth Heart, Jimmy in the Mouth of the South Heart, the famous announcer with the golden Southern voice, right? And he said he was doing great at the time. I don't know what happened to bring things such an abrupt end. You know, it's really a shame Hulk Hogan passed away, man. But like I said, when um I first started watching wrestling a long time ago. I remember my first wrestler I remember seeing was Andre the Giant, of course. And I remember as a kid, remember we used to watching on Sunday nights, Beautiful Omaha or Water Kingdom, and then they had the $6 million man on there. And some of my favorite episodes, $6 million man, aside from the Flip Wilson one, the Devil Made Me Do It, was whenever he fought Sasquatch, and Sasquatch was actually like a bionic Andre the Giant, and there's Andre the Giant right there on the side, and I think that was the very first wrestler I knew about, and then from there used to be they used to be like wrestling. I mean, this is back a long time ago. There was like a Saturday morning broadcast, well, Saturday afternoon, around I don't know 2 or 3 o'clock on CBS. It'd be some low budget hour long show, and it usually played in the summer. And then when it was off, it was off. And that's it. What happened to the show? I said, I guess they're not showing it anymore. It's okay. And I remember they used to have George Animal Steel. So that was the second wrestler I knew about. Um, and then like right around 1979, they started having uh WWE started invading more territories and stuff. And in '79, they remember they had one of the Superstars of Wrestling, which was like a syndicated hour-long show um with just updates. I remember the whole build up to WrestleMania and stuff with Roddy Piper. That was like the main show. I think it was on Saturdays at like 4 or 5 the afternoon. Um, that was it for wrestling. That I remember buying a VCR. My dad bought that, and I was renting videotapes all the time from the wrestling. And what else was there? It's a very it's very sad what happened. Now I remember whenever the movie Rocky 3 came out. I always wanted to see a Rocky movie. I know the first and second one. That's I hate Rocky. I hate Rocky. But I said why? Because that's all they show on TV. I never saw. I saw the first one. I don't know if I saw the whole thing. And I remember the second one I saw Uncle Bobby and Kathy's. And that was more drama. And then I remember seeing. I did see part 3 in theater because it had Mr. T in it, and they were hyping him up on a Brian Gumbel show, Games That People Play. And at the very beginning, I was starting to get into wrestling and stuff. They had Rocky do like a pro wrestling match, right? And they had a guy called Thunderlips come out. That was Hulk Hogan. But I didn't know who Hogan was at the time. And I only saw Rocky 3 like one time. And I remember they rebroadcast it on cable. Dad was watching it. Hey, he called me out. Hey, look who that is. That was Hulk Hogan that was in the movie. I only saw it one time. I didn't know who Hulk Hogan was at the time. So that was like a big thing, just like watching Revenge of the Nerds. I watched Revenge of the Nerds. The coach was played by John Goodman, playing another good bad guy, a great bad guy. And I didn't know that was him because I didn't know who he was at the time. And then watching it again is kind of a blast from the past. Just like that movie Corvette Summer with Mark Hamill. I wanted to see it because Mark Hamill was in it. Because we weren't going to go see Star Wars. My mom said she thought it'd be too scary for us. You know, just like with Close Encounter of the Third Kind. Mom said it'd be too. Your mother said it'd be too scary for you guys. You know. Oh yeah, rest in peace, Hollywood. Yep, exactly. And it was just sad, man. What happened? And well, like Corvette Summer with Mark Hamill in it, and it had a young Annie Potts before I knew who she was from Designing Women and those sexy popcorn commercials she did, or that movie like Meet Harry Crumb, you know. People are still trash him after his death, yeah. Oh, I know. Well, the internet, hey, I get trashed every damn day. The internet sucks, man. But we lost two iconic figures in the last 3 days. Uh, Ozzy Osbourne on Tuesday, on the day I came back, and then now Hulk Hogan. It's really incredibly sad. And from then, I think he worked with Vern Gagne, and then he came to WWE, and the WWE was never the same again. But he was like took over. He was the main guy in charge. He was the main guy. I mean, they had other people like Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, and Roddy Piper, my favorite, Roddy Piper. But I guess he was like treated the main guy, the main good guy, actually. You know, and he definitely changed the whole landscape of wrestling. Now, and he was like the main good guy for I don't know how long. I can't remember what happened. I got out of the army, and then he left for WWE, which I never watched it. I really don't watch. I haven't really watched a lot. I mean, not WWE, WCW. I didn't really watch a whole lot of WCW back in the day. He became a bad guy, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, and he was in the NWO. The only thing I remember he was in, I remember he was on a show, what, Trapped in Paradise or Lost it or something. I saw one of the movies. I remember renting it, and I was shocked. He showed a scene where they had him tied to bricks and stuff, and they showed threw Hulk Hogan over. Then they threw his wife. Then they showed threw a little kid over in the water. That was mean. You know, I know the bad guys, but I mean, I was kind of shocked they did that. It was like some show on TNT with Jack Lemmon. I used to watch that show. I mean, it was no Thunder in Paradise. Thunder in Paradise. I didn't watch that show. I never really watched WCW very much. And he went from there, and then he came back as Mr. America. I'll never forget it. Mr. Man was talking about I have special. I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon was the genetic jackhammer, and I had this Pacific guy wait to come aboard, if you will. Hope you like the name is Hulk Hogan or something like that. It came out, you know, it was with some guy. And yeah, I know. Yeah. Woo! I know. Well, you never know what's going to happen. Because there's like, I see people like, I've heard stories like people who never took a drink, never did a drug or shot a drug, never ate like food that's unhealthy with you. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, you just die. I don't know what factors. attribute that, but I mean, it's definitely sad. It's definitely sad. Um, he came back as Mr. America, I think, and I remember I'll never forget it because I like being silly. And when he came out, I said, "Hey, that's Hulk Hogan," and my dad looked at me and goes, "No," like that. Really funny though. No, but Hulk Hogan will always remain an icon. I know people are trashing him. I think he made some mistakes or he got political. And that's a big mistake, man. It's just easy to just keep politics to yourself. I mean, if you can, if you're in the public eye, not I'm not talking about my friend Tanya or anything like that. I mean, it helps if you're like celebrities, something like that, to keep politics to yourself. Usually, unless you because a lot of times it is like, oh no, I don't know, you know. Munchie Chi Hello Kitty Turtle collab. That looks ugly. I don't like those look ugly. How much of that little Munchie Chi thing's ugly? I remember those as kids. $55, damn. Huh. 50, 35. Well, it looked different though, but still expensive. I mean, Munchie Chi's ugly. I didn't know they still made those fucking things. Um, yeah. I didn't watch WCW at all. I just stuck with WWE. Well, no. I take that back. There was a time I fell out of wrestling. I stopped watching wrestling because for the longest time, for like second grade, when I started watching, for second grade up until '93, and then '93, and after that, I lost interest in wrestling. You know, because I wasn't a big fan till then, and then the only wrestling I would watch is like old wrestling tapes that I owned. I'd watch that. I remember watching SummerSlam '88 or '89 a couple times, and in like '88 or '89, no, '90 and '99, I got back into wrestling, and then like a year or so later, I got back to a big time, like owning all these. I had a subscription to Wrestling Rampage, which is kind of a bogus album thing. Yeah, just too sweet, too sweet. Um, I had a subscription to that. I had a subscription to WWE and WWE, the two WWE magazines, for like 2 years. And I was like really on top of a lot of this stuff. But I ended up eventually, my dad passed away in 2015 in the summertime. So after that, I pretty much just ended it with everyone. Oh, I miss my dad though. But I mean, he should have died right away. Um, like I said, I mean, everyone knew something was wrong. Um, 7 people, that's okay. You said, oh yeah. Oh, I know. I watched ECW. I watched ECW when it came out. I know. I did watch ECW because I like that extreme. I like that barbed wire stuff. I love that super violent barbed wire stuff. So I started getting ECW. Uh, and there was a time whenever, like, when WCW, when WWE took over, Spike TV, right? And they used to have a whole ton of stuff. They'd have like a Sunday, they had a Saturday morning show. They had like a workout show with Ivory and that other person. And they have like a Saturday evenings, Saturday Saturday evening heat or Sunday evening heat, and Saturday morning they had like this really okay okay show. I don't remember whenever like they used to have like WCW in the afternoon and WWE would be in the evening, and they'd have a show. They even had a show called Jacked, when no one remembers all Saturday nights. And then at midnight, they'd have like at Golden now, they'd have like this WWE call-in show with like 2 hours where you actually call and talk to one of the wrestlers. I remember a couple of guys were calling, talking to women and going like they were pleasuring themselves, which was really funny. And then they had a show at 1 o'clock called Confidential, where the shows like people, oh, it have like the wrestlers and what they're up to and what they've been doing. And it was definitely different. And then after Dad passed, so I was watching wrestling like big time up until then, and then like I got a thing where I could watch like the pay-per-views. A lot of those pay-per-views were so disappointing. It looked like being like a glorified episode of Raw a lot of times, Not a whole lot of thought went into the shows. I mean, except for like WrestleMania stuff, but I lost track of everything I've seen, you know. Sadly, Dad passed away in summer of 2015, and then eventually I just stopped watching wrestling. It was like a short, like a couple of months I stopped watching wrestling altogether. Same with my sisters. I actually stayed there because oh, she was scared too, so. What else happened? But I wanted to make sure to do a video about Hulk Hogan. It's sad he passed. And like I said, I gradually stopped watching wrestling. I went to the theater. I watched that. I watched a lot of Hulk Hogan movies too. Whenever No Holds Barred played in the theater while I was in the army, I wanted to see it, but I couldn't because I had to work. So I wasn't able to see that one. And then like, yeah. Well, I mean, Hulk made it live forever. They're going in people's hearts and stuff, you know. I remember like when Suburban Commando came out, I was the first one I wanted to see it. And I was like, I saw it opening day. I was in the front, it was a Saturday afternoon. I was towards not the front, but like in the middle of the theater or a little close to the front. And then I remember like there was me and like 3 other people. And at the very beginning, let me show you what I did. I did something that Google Foods told me to do, where to hit your steak, you'd like it was like a freeze dried of an egg yolk, and use that to put on your steaks and sink in there, and then take photos and stuff of it. For that guy that didn't believe anybody. So they had to redo a lot of stuff there, buddy. I'm sure the food is good, but we'll take a break up for a while. But I love VCW, all that carnage and stuff. And I remember there was XPW, which was based off Extreme Associates, which was like a porno company. They did pornos with Nicole Pass, as painful as that sounds. Almost as bad as doing something with Black Eagle. Ugh. Yuck. Anyways, I thought I'd do a live stream. I wanted to confirm that he really did pass. Cause I don't want to do like, I get so many internet hoax. It's so mean though. It was just so crazy that Ozzy just passed away, and he had that incredible concert like 2 weeks ago. Well, I mean, he was obviously in bad shape. I mean, but I mean, his voice was perfect. That was a really great. He did 2 sets. Well, I mean, a set of 5 songs was his solo career. Then he did the stuff with Black Sabbath, and he actually said he wanted to do like a public farewell tour. Would it be the final show? In his storied career. So we lost Hulk. I mean, Ozzy, sadly, and then we lost. Hulk Hogan, one of the most iconic people in wrestling, the one who started the Rock and Wrestling connection, along with like Cyndi Lauper and MTV. And I used to have that. I remember used to watching that Hulk Hogan cartoon they had on Sunday mornings. Boy, that show was bad. Then Brooke Hogan had no contact with her father recently. Very sadly passed with them on bad terms. Yeah. Well, I remember I used to watch another thing with Hulk Hogan. I used to watch Hogan Knows Best, and then became Brooks Knows Best or something like that. He was just trying to do something to launch his daughter's star on I remember I saw one of her movies, she was in one of the Three-Headed Shark Attack or something like that. Oh yeah, yeah it does, Todd. Yeah, it does, Todd, buddy. How are you? See if I can hold on. Let me. It will come up. Where's my manners at? I know it hurts, buddy. Oh shit, wrong one. It does hurt. Let's see. It does hurt, man. Where's it? Come on. There we go. I don't know if anyone want to come up. Oh, I can't believe that, man. It's so sad that Hulk passed away. Yeah, it did. I mean, he was such an iconic figure. But I mean, when I went to see Suburban Commando on opening day, I was like, there was only like 3 or 4 other people in the theater. It wasn't like I think the only time I was in the theater ever by myself completely was Ernest Scared Stupid, which I thought was really funny. But no, I really liked Suburban Commando. It was fun. I almost got tricked into watching a second time because there was 3 theaters. Well, no, there were 3 theaters. They had like a old reduced theater that had like these rocking chair things on them, you know. And I remember seeing like a couple movies. I remember seeing Silence of the Lambs and oh, Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I remember seeing that there. You know, been busy with stuff this morning. I was just thinking about my dad too when I heard the news. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry. I just hope you're feeling better, man. I hope you're feeling better. I want to thank you for everything, man. Let me know about that on the package too, okay? Yeah, I thank you for everything, man. I don't take anything for granted. I really don't. Um, what else was there? Oh shit. Um, trying to make sure I cover everything about that I know of. But like I said, Ric Flair was very upset. I mean, it seemed like Ric Flair looked like he was more haggard than Hulk Hogan did. Hulk Hogan still looked pretty good shape. I'm shocked. Heart cardiac arrest. You never know. You don't know what's just going to be the last time on Earth. You know. I had a good live stream with Tanya too. That was a good live stream we had. Um, yeah, yeah, I know. I was shocked too. I didn't think he would be taken away from us. You know, it's really sad. Yeah, me too, buddy. Yeah, he looked very healthy. Yeah, he did, Todd. Oh, Todd, this is God. Um, I'm trying to think other stuff that happened. Well, like he was the face of wrestling, man, and it's a tragic loss. That he passed, just like with Ozzy. I mean, it's like a pairing of icons. It's a pairing of pop icons in pop culture history. I mean, when you think wrestler, you think Hulk Hogan. When you think heavy metal frontman, you think Ozzy Osbourne. And they're so iconic and so alike in so many different ways. I mean, even though Ozzy never did any like physical, well, I mean, he did physical stuff in the ring, but not like Hulk Hogan did, or like Hulk Hogan's not going to start singing, you know. They're both in movies and stuff. And it was kind of ironic that with the stuff that Ozzy did with Liquid Death, like stuff of that and that commercial for that that powder. It looked like he was in bad shape when he did that commercial. They said no boofing. It said when you showed up your, oh no, and yeah, that's what happened. Whenever he left, I went dark, so I just assumed that was it for anything former wrestling. Coming through, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, thanks about it. Just Jake's. Oh yeah, oh yes, Mount Jamar Warner. I forgot about that too. I forgot about that. Mount Jamar Warner, the Theodore Huxtable, passed away for drowning. I forgot all about that. Yeah, Ozzy and Al Hogan. I forgot all about that because I was like, it's weird though because I was gone for those 4 days, and I was so hyped about trying to get back to swinging things because I didn't want my true friends, not some of the posers, out there who are worried about me. I don't want them to think the worst happened. I mean, if there's a lot, I mean, my sister helped. And I thank my sister. I thank Todd from Todd's Toys a lot, and Brandy and John too for helping me too, and being a voice of reason. Yeah, but it was pretty. I was just happy I was able to get the computer. I mean, I didn't think I would get it that quick, man. And I remember like it said like, well, I mean, because Ori picked out this one thing. It was like a Chromebook, and then John looked at it. He said that he didn't think it'd be good enough because it didn't have enough external drive, right? So what happened was my sister sent some stuff to him and asked what he thinks the best. He found this one computer that's almost exactly like mine, except there's stuff that's out of whack, including plugging in from had to plug it from the right side, which is really bizarre. I never had seen that before. Yeah, I know. Well, they do come in threes. I forgot about Malcolm Jamar Warner. But I mean, he was just one of the faces of the Cosby Show, you know. And they said that married uh that one guy that married one of the daughters on the show was working at like Lowe's and stuff. But I haven't seen Malcolm Jamar Warner in I don't know how long. I know he passed away from drowning though, sadly. Um, so I guess that's it. I'm gonna try to go 33. Okay, yeah. Try to do it like that. That sounds fair enough. First live stream. Yeah, it's just sad to know that wrestling legend Hulk Hogan passed away. The face of wrestling, whether you like it or not, he was there to stay. Now, a problem was he was there to stay. That KFC changed the way they did their stuff, man. Oh, it's just sad. He was swimming with a. Oh, really, coach? Okay. Oh man, that's gotta be frightening for an 8-year-old daughter. Well, anyone to see their dad disappear before their eyes. I heard those riptides are really dangerous. I remember, like, I never heard of a riptide before until that oh, what's his face? My dad Robert Palmer album, Riptide. I never knew that was a thing. I read up about it. I heard it's super dangerous, though. Yeah, his full girl. Exactly, Todd. Exactly. You know? Oh, put this out too. Yeah, exactly. It's just incredibly sad. We lost Hulk Hogan. Yeah. You never know whenever your time has come or unless someone like really teleports it and then it's true, but it's just bizarre that we don't even want to know what the future is. We don't want to know when the day we're gonna pass away is, you know? It could be any day. You know. Oh, that was coming through. Yeah, they do, Pinky. You want to come up, hon? Yeah, that's what Todd was saying, because it was like Malcolm Jamar, Warner, then Hulk Hogan. I mean, then Ozzy Osbourne, then Hulk Hogan. Who knew Hulk Hogan? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What's okay? You know, I mean, it was cool. Pinky was when I came back. Because I was thinking about just doing a video on back or something like that. Because I did that. But I had a problem with my modem, and one day it would come on for a few days, and then I came back. I just did a video, so I'm back. I was just gonna upload it and stuff, with like a new computer and stuff, and that's what I did the one time. I thought I would start with like a live stream. Rest in peace, Ozzy, because I was talking with my buddy Todd, and he was saying it's kind of messed up with that. I agree, it was, and I was really shocked the heck out of me because I didn't expect that at all. I know when my dad passed away, we used to watch wrestling all the time, and that became less and less and less. I used to watch. There was some like Royal Rumble show and they had like the Bella Twins and Mike Business. I used to watch that for a while, and then pretty much I stopped watching wrestling altogether. I know John and I went to see that great movie, It Runs in the Family with Paige. That was a wonderful, great movie. Very, very funny. But I stopped watching wrestling, except I watched that show Young Rock. That was on for 3 years seasons on NBC. They might bring that back. That would be cool. I love that show, even though none of the wrestlers look like who they're supposed to be. Now, Rock when he was a kid, and then when he was a teenager, I guess that made sense. But no one else looked like they were supposed to. Vince McMahon didn't look like him. Andre the Giant didn't look like him. I don't think they even tried to do Hulk Hogan or Roddy Piper, but boy, Stone Cold Steve Austin looked like he shrunk. Undertaker looked like he shrunk. You know. The guy who played his dad, Rocky Johnson. Now he looked exactly like him. They did a good job on that. That was about it. But I thought the show was fast. It was funny, and it was really interesting. I think the biggest problem was some of the wraparound, like when he's supposed to be an ambassador to some other country, and they were talking about having the trade for their coffee in the U.S. That was stupid. That was stupid. Brought the show down. But I mean, a lot of times, it's just crazy, man. You know, let's go. Wait a second. Oh, I know 30. Okay, wait a second. Let's go 35:53. Well, like I said, I'm about ready to wrap this up in about a minute. I thought I'd go live because Hulk Hogan passed away. Because I was a big wrestling fan. I don't watch it that much anymore. I read a lot of the books. I don't think I ever read a Hulk Hogan. No, I did read a Hulk Hogan book. I did read a Hulk Hogan book that was good. I read books from like Roddy Piper, China. I think that might be it. I mean, I did read. I mean, I read the Rock's autobiography, China's. I read one about either Mae Young or Freddie Blassie. That was really good. But I mean, I really liked wrestling though. But I mean, and Hulk Hogan was like the face of wrestling for I don't know how long, you know, and he'll still be in the when looked back upon with the nostalgia stuff. So I don't know. Hope you like this video, everybody. Till next time, please. Till next time, please take care of allegiance. Night, everybody. Good night.